Entrepreneurial Classroom. I'm Elizabeth Choice, Senior Manager of Education for Young Entrepreneur Institute. I am really excited about today's Power Hour as we kick off a new school year. We have some terrific resources today for you to incorporate as you develop your first few weeks and months of the year. Our music today was Dog Days Are Over by Florence and the Machine. While this song does remind us that summer is drawing to an end, hopefully that upbeat music can be motivating and get us into the mood to be inspired and get our brains in gear and churning to absorb great ideas shared with us today. I already see a bunch of responses in the chat here. This is great. Oh, yeah, you're with me on the Florence. I had to use, I love this music and I just had to use it. So I'm glad we had some agreement here. But I see some responses where you're joining from, the ages that you work with, Columbus, Orange High School, Parma Heights, some from around the Cleveland area, some other places in Ohio, some outside New Mexico, around the United States. Not sure if anybody's joining from outside the United States, but sometimes we get some people, Arkansas, yeah. So from around the country. So welcome everyone. Please feel free to continue joining, or I'm sorry, adding to that chat, telling us where you're joining from and what ages you work with. I did want to mention that if you don't know much or anything about YIPI, we do partner with the online platform run by Burton D. Morgan Foundation, which has many resources available, including the offerings that will be shared today. They can be purchased via points for educators. This is a grant-funded source for many types of materials and resources for educators, both in and out of school time. If you have not investigated or registered on the YIPI website, please stay at the end of the hour and we can give you more information and answer questions that you might have. If you want to switch the slide, I can talk about our speakers today. First, we are going to hear from Scott Mann. Scott is a lifelong learner. He graduated from Texas A&M University, served with the Peace Corps in Panama before returning to pursue a career as a bilingual educator, both in rural and urban school districts. While teaching in public schools, Scott also led STEAM-based summer camps, held community language classes, mentored university students, and delivered professional development to parents, community members, and other educators. As Director of Education for VentureLab, Scott has worked with educators and institutions to bring entrepreneurial learning to their own practice and make an impact on the youth they serve. Next, we will hear from Stephanie Leffler. Stephanie is a regional program manager at the National Inventors Hall of Fame and works in educational partnerships with districts in Northeastern Ohio and Iowa. She joined National Inventors Hall of Fame in 2023 and holds a bachelor's degree in elementary education from Miami University. Before joining National Inventors Hall of Fame, Stephanie was an elementary educator for 22 years, as well as a STEM and technology coordinator. She resides in Mayfield Village, Ohio, with her husband and two daughters. And then after Stephanie, we will hear from Denise Schaefer. Junior Achievement has been part of Denise's life for 47 years, first as a student, then as a volunteer before she joined the Akron Junior Achievement Office in 1986 and served as program manager, program director, and marketing director. In 1995, Denise became the president of the Junior Achievement of Mahoning Valley office in Youngstown. She returned to the North Central Ohio Junior Achievement Office as Senior District Director in 2005 to lead the program team, and she now serves as Vice President of Human Resources and Volunteer Engagement. Denise graduated from Bowling Green State University and is an active community volunteer in the Boardman, Ohio area. So we have a very robust team of speakers today. And just a quick reminder that we are recording this session. The recording, slides, and links from the Power Hour will be sent to you after the program. Please feel free to ask any questions during the presentation in the Zoom chat. We will get those answered either in the chat or in between the speakers as we can. So thank you. And Scott, would you like to start us off?
I would. Hey, y'all. It's so good to see familiar faces. I see graduates from our Mindset for Educators cohort, which you can find in Yippee, shameless plug. Our Ohio After School Network friends. Hi, Liz. Um, and I see some New Mexico representation with Kids Can. Shout out if I'm missing anybody, sorry. I'm Scott Mann, the Director of Education with VentureLab. It's an honor to be here. Hey, Chrissy, also another graduate. I'm honored to be here with you today, and I'm going to be sharing some of the VentureLab bangers that you can find on Yippee. VentureLab is a education nonprofit, youth entrepreneurship. eSTEAM is the acronym that our founder, Dr. Glangchai, has used to describe bringing STEM and the arts to life through entrepreneurship. And we do that through a focus on 12 words that aren't proprietary, but we group them together and call them entrepreneurial mindsets, which everybody in this room knows there's a lot of crosswalk between STEM, leadership, social emotional learning, project-based learning, inquiry-based learning, our students' academic life and personal life. So how can you create an entrepreneurial learning environment? How can we use these words, these mindsets? How can we get students using them? Well, Scott, I'm glad you asked. Let's go to Giphy. And I'm actually going to do a quick navigation here. I found this helpful when someone did a little bit of showing me how do I get there. So I think you'll land on the shop page in your view. Good to know you can change your location. So let's go to Ohio because that's where cool kids are. And you can do a little filter here about the different rated products. So low to high because we like 0 point things. And what do you know? There we found a VentureLab offering, and those are our mindset cards. So you click here, and I'm going to take a little shortcut. You can go through the process on your end and you get the link. But I have it already pulled up here, and I'm going to pick on someone. Liz, can I pick on you? She's like, I was multitasking, Scott. I was trying to get stuff done. Um, Liz, recognizing your potential to learn and accomplish anything you work hard to achieve, what is something you can do today that you couldn't do when you were younger?
Have perspective on life.
Ooh, good one. She went deep on us. Thank you, Liz. Um, and I'm modeling that if this was how to learning environment in your classroom, you can put this card up on your board and then you have your students turn and talk. So Liz and I are having a conversation. Liz, something I can do today that I couldn't do when I was younger. I just did it, and that was like cook a meal. I cooked dinner early tonight, and when I was younger, it was just straight out of the cereal box. And by young, I mean 30. So that's definitely something I can do. There are 24 cards. They are both digital and you get a download where you can print them, laminate them, cut them, and then you can use them in a variety of ways. So that's the first way I want to share with you how you can create an entrepreneurial learning environment in your classroom. And moving forward, I'm going to take us directly to entrepreneurial posters. Now, this is Rob. Y'all remember Hilola and Marion, you know Robert Plant. Um, Rob sent this picture last week, week before last. He received the mindset posters via Yippee and set this up in his hallway, their school, and he specifically has a focus on growth mindset. That's one of the really cool things about these 12 words is you can pull out and combine and find opportunities to highlight and surface those. And as a former ELA teacher, I love vocabulary. So having these posters, I was at a workshop last week with teachers, but I would have them stand up and go give the poster a high five. So just as a way to engage and incorporate, and we can see here, this is a summer camp, high schoolers down in the coast of Texas. They had some large versions of the posters printed out there as their students were going through that process of developing their idea, prototyping, leveraging that design thinking process. And of course, they move on to the business model, market research, pitching, so you can find these classroom mindset posters. They are up for 50 points, and I will personally fulfill them and send them to you. And I'm going to drop in the chat here. There are some other opportunities. Let's see. I think I have this somewhere. We'll put it in the chat in a second as I stop sharing screen. We also have some card decks that facilitate creative thinking, communication, and teamwork. We have our brand new, check out our eSteam design challenges. I will put everything in a box that you need to set up a 30-minute up to 2-hour maker activity where your students focus on the mindset of creativity, problem solving, and empathy. It's a fun one. And if you're curious about how we help educators grow their mindset, because one of the strongest indicators we know of student success is that adults in the room and how they model and how they talk about entrepreneurial learning. The Educator Mindset for Educators program is one that I found personally very transformative. So Scott at VentureLab.org. I'll put my info here in the chat. And if anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out. Ooh, webinar, lots of talking.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. And I know you have to get going to get your kids, but if there's any questions, I'm sure people will reach out. Yep. Absolutely. Thank you very
You
much.
did ask what's for dinner. You really ought to let us know that before you take off.
Right. So I made some chicken wings and some salmon, and I'm gonna cheat. I made a whole bunch of mashed potatoes yesterday, and that's gonna be the side. And yeah, there you go.
Very nice.
Sounds
Sounds
good.
delicious.
Thanks,
All right.
y'all.
Thanks so much. Bye,
Yeah.
Scott. All right, Stephanie, would you like to continue and share your
Yes,
wealth of
I will
knowledge?
love to. I have some slides. I just thought that I would give you a little background as to who we are at the National Inventors Hall of Fame really briefly and talk about like what we offer and then share with you the resources that we have on the YIPI site as well. So I'm going to, if I can, share my screen with you. Oops, I need to share. Oh my gosh, I did not share the one I wanted. There we go. Can you all see that? Okay. I apologize because I thought I had it up and it was not. So let me, whoops, get this into better mode. Okay, so that is who we are. We are the National Inventors Hall of Fame. We are based in Akron, Ohio, but we do have our Hall of Fame is actually in Alexandria, Virginia. It's part of the United States Patent and Trade Office. So some people still think that we're here, that like our offices have the museum in Akron, but we do not anymore. It's in Alexandria. So we do have we are partnered with them to kind of, they're our biggest like partner, I guess I could say. So who we are is, these are kind of three of our main pictures that deal with our mission at the Inventors Hall of Fame. And we fulfill our mission through these three pictures. One would be the inductee. So the last picture you see on here is an example of Lonnie Johnson. And you probably can guess what his main invention was just by what he's holding. But if you don't, he was the inventor of the Super Soaker. And so he was inducted into our Hall of Fame a few years ago. And each year we honor a diverse class of inventors, either past or present. And so they basically transform like our ideas and what we bring into our STEM curriculum. So we do work very closely with our inductees. They are a very big part of who we are. I also mentioned our museum, which is also a big part of who we are with the United States Patent and Trade Office. And then the middle picture is our collegiate competition. So we do host a variety of a showcase that our inventors in college do participate in. And it's a wonderful competition that they are part of, and they get awards. And so we also take some of their ideas and things that they bring into their collegiate competition into our curriculum year after year. And then our final picture over here, the very first picture is kind of like our bread and butter of who we are. And that would be a picture of a student at our summer camp called Camp Invention. And basically Camp Invention is the direct result of the other two pictures. It is what makes our program unique. And it's kind of like how the stories from our inductees and our collegiate or our collegiate students, their ideas, their stories that kind of help our curriculum and our education team create our curriculum every year, because the curriculum changes every single year. We don't use the same thing year after year. And that really is what makes us unique. So this is just a quick example of kind of our numbers from last year, and it just shows where our camps are and who we kind of participate with. We have over 1,280 schools. We are in 1,300 districts in all 50 states. So it is a very big range of students and teachers and districts that partner with us. I just really quickly wanted to show you this. This basically talks about our curriculum. We do summer curriculum, our in-school curriculum, and our after-school curriculum. Obviously, our summer curriculum is our Camp Invention, which is a week-long hands-on STEM experiences. This past summer, we had 240 camps just in the state of Ohio that we partner. We partner with the districts, which makes things a lot easier because the districts aren't required to, pay us any money to run a camp. We also do in-school curriculum, which is called Invention Project, which is where you can
Stephanie?
integrate. Yes.
Sorry,
We're not seeing your slides very big
they're really small because you're in presenter mode.
or
Oh.
not in presenter mode.
Well, yeah, I think it's like
I
if
am
you
in
click share.
presenter mode.
I
I'm
think if you click share, because I can see your
sorry.
notes, like they're for you, but not us.
Oh, I apologize. Oh,
That's okay. Like on the first one, we could still see the
Yeah.
pictures, but this one, yeah.
Yeah,
there we
that's
go.
great.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Is that better? Can you see it now?
It's better.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I totally apologize. I was working on two different screens. So there is, if you can see that better now, again, I was saying our invention project, which is our in-school project-based learning, where you basically can integrate our curriculum into your everyday teaching. And then our after-school program is called Club Invention, which is a variety of different clubs that you can do with your students on an after school basis. Again, we partner with you. We create the curriculum for, or the kind of whatever you're looking for, whatever your need is when it comes to a STEM education program. And so that is what one part of my job is I work with the districts and the teachers to help them find the best possible, STEM education that they are looking for. And then for our YIPI, we offer three different resources on YIPI. The first one is our Ready Set STEM handbook. And this is really a great resource to use. It does not cost anything. It's 0 points. And it has a variety of hands-on open-ended STEM activities that you can implement right into your classroom. The one thing that's also nice about this is it can be something that you can use from like a kindergartner, pre-kindergarten, all the way through 6th grade, which is really great because, you might, if you're like a STEM teacher, if you teach multiple classes or age groups, then this is really helpful because it will have extension activities for the older kids, as well as ways to implement it with a younger student, which is also what we do for our camp curriculum as well in the summer. Our next resource that we have is called Invention Force, and this does cost a little bit of points, but this is more of a superhero themed STEM activities, which will provide you with multiple activities that you can do. It's a games, it's a kit. So we send you all the supplies. Again, I will pack it all up for you and send it to you. Each I Can Invent kit is enough for 25 students to participate with this, and they will get their own material. So each of them will get like a baggie of materials along with the curriculum and the activities to do. And then our final piece, this is one of the newer ones that we just added to the curriculum or to the YIPI site. And again, this is another guide that you can use. It is also a free resource. And I really think that this is a good one because it just gives you a guide of how you can apply that I can invent mindset, which is one of the things that we really focus on into your classroom. And it has, again, engaging hands-on learning activities. It is a handbook. There are 9 activities in this book. And again, and it all goes along with our greatest inventors that we have inducted into the Hall of Fame. This is also one that can be used by multiple grades. So again, if you are teaching different grades or you can use it in multiple classes.
Do you
And
have
that
visuals for those? Because we're still on the National Inventors Hall of Fame slide. I wasn't sure if
I
you had
don't
visuals for
understand. I'm
those resources.
sorry. I don't understand why my screen is not
It's
showing.
okay. I mean, yeah, we see the slides. We saw those first few. It just didn't go past the one when you zoomed out when we were talking before. It just looked like you had yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. I am
Okay.
so sorry. I
No,
feel
it's
so
okay.
bad
It
that I
looked like you
didn't.
had some examples for this.
Yes. So this is the Ready Step STEM slide. Obviously, this is where you can find your invention force. This is what that one looks like, as well as the invention and action slide. And here's a couple pictures again of some of the kids doing those activities as well as, so this is an example of the invention force slide that you get. This is part of what's in the kit. There is a little booklet that's in there. There are some, again, the activities, all the materials are given for each child up to 25
Excellent. All right.
for
Oh,
that. So,
25
and again,
kids.
I am so sorry that my screen
No,
was all messed up. I was working off 2 different screens.
it's okay. No, it's just
But
nice to see the visuals with it. So that's okay. We got all the information. So.
yeah.
All right.
And I know I gave you some links that you said you were going to share
Yes,
when I
with
email,
yeah.
yes,
So in all
at
the
the end.
follow-up materials and everything, everybody, and the National Inventors Hall of Fame website and everything. Yep, we can get that all to everyone.
And I sent you so one of the links I did send is a link to our blog post. So our education team does blog posts every couple weeks. And the one thing that is really great is they give you a lot of ideas and things that you can implement right away into your classroom. So they're just like quick little activities. They do a lot of blog posts around themes like holidays and things like that. So that's really helpful as well.
Great. All right. Yes, I will make sure that we get all of that shared. I can put those also
I can put it in, and I
in
can
the
put it in the
chat.
chat too. I did see that someone asked for that, so I'll be happy to pull that up and add it into the chat.
Yep. And then we will make sure to share in the follow-up materials too. So perfect. Thank you so much. And yes, did we have any other, I just want to make sure that we didn't have any other questions there. Yeah, we did have, do you partner with nonprofits or just school districts is a question.
We do. We partner with anyone who would like to, either host a camp or, yes, it does not matter. We have camps that run at like community ed centers. We have camps that run at, like churches. So wherever anyone is willing to take on a camp, we'll be happy to help you get one up and running where you are.
Excellent. Yeah, and I did see there's a lot of out of school time partners here. So awesome.
Yes.
Thank you. Wonderful. All right. Thank you so much. Denise, would you like to share yours now? Oh, I think you're muted. Sorry.
Can I share while Stephanie's still sharing?
Oh, sorry.
I don't.
Hold on. Let's
Yep, I'm done. I'm off.
Okay.
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
There
Hi,
you go.
everybody. I'm Denise Schaefer. Let's see, right from the beginning. Is that full screen for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I see you full screen. I don't see your sharing yet.
I hit share.
Oh.
Okay, let me try again. Share my screen.
It looks like it's coming. All right. There you go. Yep.
There you go.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, hello, everybody. I'm Denise Schaefer. I work with Junior Achievement in the Akron, Canton, Ohio office. So I'm happy to be here to uh, present with you today. I just wanted to give a little background about Junior Achievement. We really have programming that focuses on entrepreneurship, of course, and financial literacy and career exploration and work readiness. On YIPI, we have focused our offerings with our entrepreneurship programs and resources. One thing that's a little bit different about Junior Achievement than some of the other providers on YIPI is that Junior Achievement is an international organization. We're in over 140 countries around the world. Our headquarters in the United States is JAUSA. We have 99 offices across the country with staff that help to implement JA programs in their local communities. And then here in Ohio, we have 7 Junior Achievement offices. So I've listed the 7 there along with my office's website. A shout out to Jen Schieser. She is here on the call. She's one of my colleagues and manages our JA Company program tremendously. So she would be a great resource as well. I bring this up the way that we're organized because as the YIPI storefront manager, I can't coordinate many of our programs outside of my service area. But what I can do is help connect you with a program manager or a JA staff person in your local office to help work with you to implement the programs that you are interested in. So that's is kind of my role. If you are interested and you're outside of my teal counties here in Ohio on the screen, I will help connect you with your local JA staff to work with. You'll get the slides after the event, but there's my contact information as well. I mentioned that on YIPI, we focus on a variety of our entrepreneurship resources. The first one I wanted to mention is one called JA Connect Learning Pathways. This is focused for middle and high school students, and we have online resources, videos, activities, games that focus on all 3 of our pillars, that entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and work and career readiness. I can share this resource with anybody that is interested. And again, it's mostly focused for providing some additional resources for middle and high school. JA Here to Career. Hopefully this is coming soon to YIPI. I started to add it this week, and I have a little bit of work to do to get it posted. But this is a fairly new resource for Junior Achievement. It's online, available for everybody, and it has more of a focus on that career exploration part of JA's mission. Students through Here to Career can take an assessment that can help them identify some career clusters that they might want to learn more about. They can explore either, in my case, Northeast Ohio, higher education or additional training opportunities, or there's an option to click for across the country. So let's say someone takes the career inventory and is interested, I don't know, in the medical field. Now they can go to the Education Explorer and look at where are some higher education or trade opportunities or training that tie in with medical. And then what I like about this site in this resource is that we also can list employment partners. So again, from my office locally, we have linked to well over 100, I think it's probably close to 150 Northeast Ohio companies that can showcase some of the jobs that they have available. So that is a resource, again, 7th through 12th grade, that hopefully will be posted shortly in the next few days with YIPI, but I can share this resource with anybody who express interest. Most of what we have posted on YIPI are high school programs. So our launch lesson program is a one activity session where we work to recruit local entrepreneurs to come in and be a speaker in your classroom. We provide a lesson for a teacher to use before that volunteer visit to help prepare the students to ask good questions. And then there's a post activity to kind of debrief that experience as well. So if you are looking to or would like to have entrepreneurs come visit your classroom, launch lesson might be a great resource to connect with. For teachers that are teaching a semester-long course, we have a program called JAB, I spelled that wrong, Entrepreneurial Mindset. It's semester-long course. Content is available online or virtually. It's organized into 4 units. The unit has 4 topics. Our course includes some case studies and some projects. We can provide the content for the program, or your local JA office can help you with this through a Google site or a D2L platform. So all the resources you would need for a engaging semester-long entrepreneurship high school class would come in this particular program. Some of my favorite programs are 3 modules that are part of our JAB Entrepreneur. I guess that's spelled right. It looks funny. The Entrepreneurial program, one being a creative problem solving module. There's 5 lessons that are included in this particular program. Again, speaking for my local area, we have if you're a Stark County educator, we do a Stark Tank competition locally with Stark County students. There's an opportunity to also compete at the national level with your business ideas. The second module in our Be Entrepreneur program is Think Like an Entrepreneur. This module includes 3 45-minute sessions. These programs can be teacher-led, where we can provide resources with teachers, or better yet, we can work to try to find volunteers to come into your classroom. The benefit of partnering with your local JA office is you have local staff for training and support. Again, in my area, Jen helps to coordinate our Stark County competition, and we can go on to compete at the national competition that's held in June. And then the third module in our Be Entrepreneurial series is called Rapid Business Planning. So if you're looking for a resource to plan out business, this might be one that you consider. It includes 6 sessions. It could be teacher or volunteer led. And again, the competition opportunities locally and nationally are available with this program. I'm an alumni of the JA Company program, and this is the program that Jen Schieser, who's on, helps to coordinate and manage. It's my favorite program, and it's really an awesome opportunity for students to run their own businesses. So it could be a semester or a year-long experience, teacher-led or volunteer-led, student teams. It could be a whole classroom work on identifying a product or service that they're actually going to produce and sell and market. Or some of our classes break the students down into smaller groups, maybe 6 to 8 students. So a class of 30 may have 5 or 6 JA companies in that classroom. But the students go all the way through, identifying a product or service. They elect company officers. They maintain all the financial records and the money coming in and out of their company. They market and sell their product. They, at the end of the year, they liquidate their company. Many JA offices have a local competition. Our competition has the students create a commercial for their company. They end their experience by creating an annual report. They come in person to do a 4-minute presentation on what they've learned through the experience. And then we have a trade show component of our competition. Students that are involved with the company program, again, can submit to compete in the JAUSA Future Bound Conference to become Company of the Year. So, Jen, we've had two or three companies most years in the last recent years. That this year they went to Atlanta for competition in June. So, if you're a educator or you have a after school, club, entrepreneurship, but you really want the students to run a company, this would be a good resource for you to take a look at. And I lost my screen. Hang on. I think that's it because that was it. So I'm going to stop sharing. There. So did Elizabeth, did we have any questions for me?
I did not see questions during, if I'm missing anything, please feel free to shout out. I didn't see anything in the chat.
So again, if you request through YIPI a program from Junior Achievement, I'm going to help connect you with your local JA office, to provide to get servicing as well.
We just got one. Does Junior Achievement still do the simulation programs?
We have a couple of programs that include a simulation. At the high school level, we have one called JA Titan, where students act as CEOs for their company, and they have to make good business decisions. So they're competing online for who's going to have the best company. We also have a simulation as part of our JA Finance Park program that it has a focus on financial literacy. So students get an avatar and a income, and they find out if they have a family or a spouse, and then they have to go through our simulation and make good budgeting decisions. So those are a couple of our simulations.
Yep. No other questions, but we did have a I love JA, and I participated in one of those simulations, and the kids talked about it for months afterwards. So we have good support for this. So.
Okay. Yeah. JA.org is our national office website. If you go to their website and click on programs, you can see what else we have in financial literacy or work and career readiness. We're just focused with YIPI on our entrepreneurship opportunities and resources.
Excellent. Awesome. Thank you so much, Denise. All right. So yeah, I do want to thank the speakers. Thank you so much for sharing and highlighting those YIPI products. I do want to just remind you that there are many other curricula on YIPI and obviously other products. So go explore. Some of those curricula include things like Biz Innovator, which is a semester or year-long curriculum, and Educator training. products from WEVA, including books, workbooks, journals that lead kids through developing entrepreneurial ideas and skills, Dignity of Children, which focuses on kids' relationships with the land and natural resources, just many other short curricula activities. So please go on to YIPI, explore those products. You can filter through your age levels, the delivery method, what you're really looking for. And we will also, I'm going to talk in a little bit about you're going to get points with a code for joining this Power Hour. But before I get into all that and announcements for the next Power Hour and all those things, I know Eileen has some great words about our Inspire conference coming up and the Samuel Eliot Award. So I'm going to turn it over to her before I get too into the weeds about all the other logistics. So Eileen.
Thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth. We have 2 Inspire conferences now, and that's really exciting. Inspire is an in-person conference. We hold one in Northeast Ohio that is happening on October 24th and 25th. We have one in Arkansas that is happening on November 14th. I am going to share our web page. Has anyone noticed our new website? We have a new website. It should be more functional, easier to navigate. And I am going to show you in the programs, you can click on the Inspire Conference. This is a little bit of background detail about what an Inspire Conference is. And then you'll see we have 2 events, Inspire Conference Ohio with the date and the details, Inspire Conference Arkansas. So let's flip into Ohio, since I know many of you are joining us from Ohio. And if you scroll down, you can see we have a speakers tab. We have fantastic speakers this year. Michael Bonner from the Ron Clark Academy. He's a 4th grade teacher and also an incredible keynote speaker, an innovator, an author, an educator. And he was our guest at Inspire 2019. We loved having him. We welcomed him back virtually when we were locked down in COVID in the summer of 2020. We want to invite him back because he was fantastic. You'll see even this photo is when he was here at Inspire. So we hope you can join us for him. Our workshop leader is a local speaker, Scott Simon. He's the founder of a movement called Scare Your Soul. And he is going to be focusing on the entrepreneurial mindset of courage or comfort with risk taking. This is an entrepreneurial mindset that we don't explore as often as some of the others. And a local friend, Scott Simon, who's been really growing with this movement, Scare Your Soul, is going to talk to us about how we can embrace that and how we can bring that to our students. Of course, we want to call to your attention that our sponsor is YIPI. And we're so grateful to be in partnership with YIPI. There will be a great YIPI showcase and breakouts from the YIPI exchange providers at the conference. We're having a new venue, thanks to our venue sponsor, Cuyahoga County Public Library. We'll be at the Parma branch, which has a beautiful conference center. We have additional sponsorship from Lubrizol. May get some little gifts from them. If you want to click on the schedule tab, you can see that we're having a Friday afternoon networking and education session after school on Friday, October 24th. On Saturday, that will be the main day, as we often have in the past had very rich content, including main plenary sessions, a workshop, and breakouts. Finally, we have the Samuel Eliot Award, which is an award that is given from the Harvard Business School Club of Northeast Ohio. It is open for you to nominate yourself and apply, or nominate someone else. We have partnered with them. I believe the award is over $3,000 this year to the winner. Please do not hesitate to apply. We're so grateful that the Harvard Business School Club wants to give this award in partnership with us at Inspire. They rely on us to solicit applications, and we want to encourage you to do what you can to apply, because they are grateful to us for the work that we do and the work, most importantly, that you do. I also want to give you an added incentive. We have a small fee associated with Inspire this year, $15 for the Friday night and $35 for the Saturday. That's a total of $50. Costs are rising, sponsorships are challenging, and costs associated with food and everything else are high. If you can, we'd love for you to be willing to pay that nominal fee to attend. But if that is challenging for you to get your district to cover the fee, we have a special offer for those of you here today, and the code is POWER100. Just shared that in the chat. If you register for Inspire, I'll share the link, and you use the code POWER100, your registration will be free. You only have from now until September 1st. Thank you, Elizabeth.
All right, thank you. Excellent. All right, so yeah, sign up, come out. It'll be excellent. Great speakers, great breakouts. It's always a fun time at Inspire. All right, so mark your calendars for Inspire, October 24th and 25th. Mark your calendars for our next Power Hour, which will be Wednesday, September 24th. So again, we have the 24th, 24th. And that the theme for the next Power Hour on September 24th will be launching an entrepreneurial club. So lots of help and ideas for an entrepreneurial club, or and ideas for that, for a group outside of the classroom. So anyone on the session today is going to receive 200 YIPY points for attending this Power Hour. Now, one thing about these points is it isn't tied to a fund. So just so you know, if you have trouble using these points, you can definitely get 0-point products on YIPY. If you have trouble and need some help navigating this, please reach out to us. We can kind of work with you and explain some things about how the points work and where you are and how to maneuver things. Again, like I said, if you have not been on YIPY or have not used points connected to different funds, we are happy to work with you and kind of talk through how the different points and different things work. So I'm going to put a code in the chat for this, but if you do have problems using these points, just reach out and we can kind of explain the different uses for that, or different ways that might be a problem, or we could help you solve that problem. So the other thing that I'm going to put in the chat right now is a link to the survey. We are definitely curious for all feedback. Please share your feedback in the survey about the speakers, about the program in general. So I'm going to drop the survey and the code for points right now into the chat, so you have both of those. And Eileen already put the link for Inspire as well as the code for the free registration there. So if you have any questions at all, please stay on, ask away. And if you, especially about YIPY, but also anything, we are here to help and work with you. So yes, and feel free to share topics of interest with us as well. Thanks. Thank you all for joining.